Yo, what is going on, guys? TymeStopper here, coming back at you another Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, we are back with yet another champion that can solo the Sand Devil's Necropolis with food, and I think this might be the fastest champion that we have so far. So, let's jump into the video. Okay, guys, so this is our, third champion now that we found that is going to be able to solo the Sand Devil's Necropolis. We've done Sethalia already, we've done Walking Tomb Drang, and now we have Elenaril. Now, Elenaril is a special case, and one of the reasons that she's going to do this faster than anyone else is because the HP burn is on her A1, which means that she can just keep doing it. So even you don't have to worry about it being in cycle or anything like with the previous champions. With Sethalia, it was on her A1. However, she wasn't placing it at 100%. With Walking Tomb Drang, he can place it at 100%, but it's actually on his A2. So sometimes he's actually doing it when the Sand Devil is actually awake and not asleep. So it's a waste of that hit. But with Elenaril, she's placing the HP burn on her A1. It's 100% and it's unresistible, which means that even if she tries to hit it and place it when he's awake, she's going to do it when he's asleep as well. All right, so we're going to go in here on stage 15 because she is magic. So he is going to be negative affinity to her, which means that she can't be crit, basically. So as we look here, we do have her set up with 4 food champions in there. I have her A3 and her A2 turned off on this one because we're just going to want to spam her A1 basically. So we're going to go in here real quick. You're going to see how fast this is. Now, as you can see, like normal, we're going to go in here. He's going to wipe us and we're just going to start A1 spamming. Now, we do have her in a regen set here. If you wanted to play this safe, you could put her in regen and immortal, but I did want to see what the least amount that I could do this was. That way, you know, you guys could have a little bit more flexibility when it comes to looking at stats. I did also lower her speed a little bit when we compare her to a lot of the other champions that I've done videos on for already. And that's just simply because people were saying that they were having a tough time getting the speed along with the rest of the stats that they needed. So we've lowered her speed dramatically. It definitely makes it harder because she's not taking as many turns. So she's not getting as much healing. So you are going to need to run her masteries for her. However, she doesn't need any books. And the reason is that all books do for her on that A1 is add additional damage. And the damage on this is coming from the HP burn. It's not coming from her hits themselves. And we're not worried about her A2 or A3, so we don't need books into those. But you are going to want her run her masteries, and we'll take a look at those when we go out of here. But basically, she's just A1ing here as many times as she can. Again, with the HP burn being on her A1, it makes it much easier because you don't ever have to worry about it being in cycle. When we look at the Walking Tomb Drang runs we did, basically he had to be in cycle for his HP burn to land because it was only happening once every 3-4 turns when he's fully booked. Versus her, where it happens every time. So if she tries to hit him when he's awake like this and it misses, it doesn't matter because as soon as he goes to sleep again, she's still going to HP burn. The HP burn is on her A1. It's irresistible, which means you don't need any accuracy in her build. I do have resistance in her build right now, and that's just because I did run her at a slower speed. I wanted to make sure he wasn't putting slow speed on me at all, or at least as much as possible, because of course you always have that 3% chance to resist. So you could theoretically probably trade speed for resistance if you were struggling to get the resistance. Maybe just opt out of that and go to a higher speed, maybe like 250 like we did in the other videos for the other champions that are doing this. But as you can see, she is blowing through this super fast. The other runs were around 5 minutes. This isn't even half of that at this rate. Plus, again, she doesn't have any kind of blessing on her. So if we had a brimstone that we could land here or something like that, this would be so much faster in the long run. Heck, maybe even if you give her some damage, maybe that helps as well. I don't know if you could keep her survivability up if you did that, but as you can see, this is going to be a sub 3-minute run. I've had 2 minutes and 20-ish seconds, I think probably is maybe my fastest run on this. Not quite sure on that. But this is a pretty comfortable run. You can see that she's not really in any kind of danger at any point throughout this. So we're at 2 minutes, 56 seconds. Easily the fastest run that we've come up with so far for any of these champions that we're looking to solo with and run food champions with. And again, this is so that we can be efficient with our energy. This isn't necessarily about having the fastest solo out there or anything like that. We're just trying to be efficient with our energy. But guys, let's go out here and take a look at her stats real quick. All right. So let's sort this by recently used, and boom, there's an Elenaril. So you can see we're running just one regen set on her right now. Total stats, we have her at 73,000 HP, 3,200 defense. Ran her as only 227 speed. Nothing else there matters. And then we have her at 408 resist. So again, I did keep the resist high enough to try to, stop that slow speed from happening. And then if we look at her masteries, again, I just ran down the support tree. We don't need accuracy or anything like that, but I did want to pick up some extra healing. So we got the 800 HP here. We got the extra healing from the lay on hands, the healing savior. We got the turn meter boost from the rapid response. This doesn't really matter. It just kind of gets me down here to the increased speed for each dead ally. So this is going to give me a 24 speed boost. We took the extra HP down here for 3,000. And then we just went down the defense tree here, basically. So pretty simple build when you look at it overall. You can see nothing too crazy. If you put her in Immortal, you'd probably have a little bit better chance. You might be able to bump that speed up or what have you. You might be able to get this down to less than 2 minutes. And especially if you have a blessing on her or whatever. But guys, let me know what you think in the show notes down below. If you have any questions, if you come up with any other builds for any other champions, please don't hesitate to let me know. I'm getting all kinds of questions about different champs people can use and stuff like that, so that's why I keep coming out with these. But if you guys can think of anything else or you know of any other champs, by all means, leave them down there. I do want to thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end. Of course, if you did like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and as always, until next time, be good.